Hi, I'm Ron, and this is my damn show. Let's get into it. Today we're going to take a look at the Trump administration just willy-nilly, randomly killing people, just blowing up boats, not knowing if they're drug boats or not. Let's get into this.
Let's go. We'll go.
And Mr.
We're going to tell them what we're going to do, and I think they're going to probably like it, except for the radical left lunatics.
And Mr. President, if you are declaring war against these cartels and Congress is likely to approve of that process, why not just ask for a declaration of war?
Well, I don't think we're going to necessarily ask for a declaration of war. I think we're just going to kill people that are bringing drugs into our country. Okay? We're going to kill them. You know, they're going to be like dead. Okay.
Some alleged smugglers have survived some of these recent strikes and been sent back to their home country. If they're terrorists, why not just arrest and detain them?
Go ahead.
2 points on that. First, when I served in Iraq in 2005 and 2006, we used to, in sort of a gallows humor way, talk about the Iraqi catch and release program, the reality that we would catch a lot of people, hand them over, and then they would be recycled back through and we'd have to recapture them or attack them again. And that's why changing the dynamic and actually taking kinetic strikes on these boats ought change the psychology of these foreign terrorist organizations. To those two that survived the shot on the semi-submersible, think again, compared to Iraq and Afghanistan, the vast majority of people that we captured on the battlefield, we handed over to the home country. Did we always like how it shaped out? Sometimes we did, sometimes we did not. But 99% would go to the Afghan authorities or the Iraqi authorities. So in this case, those two, they were treated by American medics and handed immediately over to their countries where they came from, hopefully to face prosecution, which is a very standard way of handling something like this.
Number one, there is no fentanyl made in Venezuela. Not just a little bit, there's none being made in Venezuela. These are outboard boats that, in order for them to get to Miami, would have to stop and refuel 20 times. They're in all likely going to Trinidad and Tobago, which is an island right off of the coast of Venezuela. So there's a lot of reasons to be worried about this. But number one is the broader principle of when can you kill people indiscriminately? When you're at war. That's why when we declare war, it's supposed to be done by Congress. It's supposed to be thoughtful. It's supposed to be debated. And we're not supposed to do it willy-nilly. And then when you have war, you just kill people in the war zone. And even then there are rules of engagement. But interdicting drugs has always been a criminal activity and a criminal anti-crime sort of activity where we don't just summarily execute people. We actually present evidence and convict them.
What I'm trying to figure...
Did you see the look on Pierce's face? Is he trying to come up with some way to defend the Trump administration? Because he just loves defending the horrible things Donald Trump does. It makes him seem less. He grades him on a curve. Everybody grades him on a curve in the national major media. And then they'll say they're left-leaning. The right will. When they're constantly grading Trump on the curve. The so-called left-wing media. If they call this man out for the horrible things he consistently does, maybe we would be in the situation we're in. But thank God for Rand Paul. I never thought I'd say that. But he seems to be one of the very few. I mean, very few. You can count them on one hand. Shockingly, he and Marjorie Taylor Greene are two of the few Republicans speaking out against this horrible authoritarian government that we now have. I mean, imagine just randomly blowing up boats. Not checking first to see and make sure they are drug boats. Maybe some family, you know, maybe a get together. Maybe you're delivering goods to a fellow Caribbean country. And you just get blown up. There's a process to these things, people, that when you're a decent country, a real first world country, you don't go around just blowing up things, doing the things that they're doing. This makes us look bad. We are hated now. If we weren't already hated, now we're hated even by our allies. People are afraid to come here. I mean, legitimate people with visas. Our European ally countries that their citizens are afraid to come here to visit. Our tourism is horrible now. It's horrible. People, we're not going to make it for 3 more years of this. Come to your senses, please. I beg of you. I know that 33%, you can forget about those. Those people are in a cult. They're brainwashed. To what? Some old, fat, bloated, crazy, they're God King. What a horrible silhouette for a God King. This old, fat fool doesn't have an ounce of sense, who's being misled or just taken advantage of by smart people in power in the Republican Party and the hateful people in the Republican Party, just using them to get what they want, which is just killing our country. It's just devastating it in every way, on the international stage, at home, economics. I mean, these fools, these farmers, I'm sorry. You keep voting and supporting this man, and he's just sticking it to you. Giving money, billions, Argentina, taking in their food, their cattle, while you're constantly losing, and you're constantly supporting them. What is wrong with you people? That's all I got for this episode. Thanks for watching.